Arsenal are closely monitoring Bukayo Saka's fitness as they weigh up whether to bring him back for Sunday's Premier League clash with Manchester City, according to Metro. The 24-year-old has been sidelined since picking up a hamstring injury against Leeds last month and has been undergoing a tailored recovery program. Mikel Arteta has urged patience, stressing the need to respect the process, but confirmed Saka is evolving really well and undertaking very specific work in his rehabilitation. Despite positive signs, Saka is still considered a major doubt for the Emirates showdown. Arsenal's medical staff will continue to track his response to higher intensity training before making a late call. The England winger sat out the midweek Champions League opener against Athletic Bilbao, but is expected to rejoin parts of training in the coming days. Saka's return would be a huge boost for the Gunners, whose attacking edge has been blunted in his absence, even with new signing Noni Madueke impressing on the wing. Pep Guardiola has admitted he is unsure whether Rodri will be fit to face Arsenal this weekend, as Manchester City continue to carefully manage the midfielder's recovery from a serious knee injury. The 29-year-old missed much of last season after suffering the setback against Arsenal almost exactly a year ago. Though he returned late in the campaign and featured at the Club World Cup, another setback sidelined him at the start of this season. Rodri has recently stepped up his involvement, playing 76 minutes in the Manchester derby before starting in Thursday's 2-0 Champions League win over Napoli. But he was withdrawn just after the hour mark, with Guardiola confirming it was precautionary. "It's a good question. I don't know yet," Guardiola said when asked if Rodri would play at the Emirates. He asked to come off, but he's fine. "If you feel that is not comfortable, it is better to come off. We'll see day by day, but it's already important he's played 2 games. Guardiola praised the Spaniard's mentality but urged patience as City manages recovery. "The greatest players I have ever trained, even as a football player. What I see is here," he said, pointing to his head. "They are incredible, so confident, and Rodri is that. But the knee needs this process. He will be back." Arsenal have unveiled a sweeping overhaul of their leadership and boardroom, describing the changes as the start of a fresh chapter for the club on and off the pitch. Richard Garlick has been promoted to Chief Executive Officer, replacing outgoing Executive Vice Chairman Tim Lewis, while 4 new non-executive directors join the board. Co-chair Josh Kroenke will also take a more hands-on role in day-to-day operations. Garlick, who arrived in 2021 as Director of Football Operations before becoming Managing Director, has been a key figure in Arsenal's recent resurgence, including back-to-back Premier League runner-up finishes. His appointment as CEO takes effect immediately. Lewis departs after 17 years with Arsenal and Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, KSE. He played a central role in guiding the club through the COVID-19 financial crisis, strengthening ties with Mikel Arteta, and pushing back against Premier League ownership by nation-states. Arsenal hailed his tenure as a time of transformational change. Kroenke praised Garlick's impact, saying, "We are delighted to promote Rich to CEO after an incredibly successful period as Managing Director of Arsenal. Rich has made an enormous impact on all fronts as we continue to strive to win major trophies, be financially sustainable, and put our supporters at the heart of everything." Joining the board are Kelly Blocher and Otto Malley of KSE, Kroenke advisor Dave Steiner, an independent voice Ben Winston, an Emmy-winning producer and lifelong Arsenal supporter with over 30 years as a season ticket holder. Winston's expertise is expected to strengthen Arsenal's media and brand strategy. They will sit alongside Lord Harris of Peckham, who remains a cornerstone of the board with decades of business experience.
Because Mikel is an extraordinary manager, and what they increased the squad for these 4 or 5 transfer windows. So it's an unbelievable squad, an unbelievable team. It's one of the toughest opponents you can find right now in Europe. That they reached that level. So when he found, I think, a team in that way, a club, and step by step, window by window, step by step, Arsenal is getting better. So last season, Europe, making a incredible step forward, and it's the most, for me, the most solid team. They don't make mistakes in the back, and it's incredible solid team. They have pace up front. They have, of course, set pieces with Nico Jove. He was here, so it's in every department. Is what the team in every department. So, but we know it. So every team is better and better and better, and I know the quality that all of them they have.
Pep Guardiola has stirred the pot ahead of Manchester City's clash with Arsenal, mixing sarcasm with respect as he weighed in on the Gunners' rise under Mikel Arteta. Speaking in his pre-match press conference, Guardiola quipped that any Arsenal success would be credited to their spending rather than Arteta's coaching. Only I want to say to my friend Mikel Arteta, if he wins the title it will be just because he spent, not because he worked a lot or his players, he joked. Extending the irony to other rivals, he added, it's like Liverpool. If Arne Slot wins again, it will be because he spent a lot of money, right? Because it's not just at Man City that happened, right? So for all of them. The remarks arrive in the backdrop of a fierce rivalry between City and Arsenal. The Gunners finished above City last season without winning the title, and their last meeting ended in a 5-1 thrashing at the Etihad, a result Guardiola branded a disaster in its final 20 minutes. Despite his sarcasm, Guardiola was full of praise for his former assistant. He called Arteta an extraordinary manager and described Arsenal as one of the toughest opponents you can find now in Europe. He pointed to the Gunners' heavy investment, around £250 million this summer on Martin Zubimendi, Eberechi, Noni Majuk, Victor Gyökeres, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Christian Mosquera, and Christian Norgård, plus a loan for Piero Hincapié, as evidence of their ambition. They spent what they believe they can to compete against the best teams in the Premier League in Europe, and they've reached that level, he said. Guardiola also praised Arsenal's tactical strengths. They don't make mistakes in the back. They have pace in front. They have, of course, set pieces with Nico Jova. So it's in every department. Still, he downplayed the notion of Sunday's game being a title decider. A City win would put them level on points with Arsenal, while defeat could leave them 6 behind early leaders Liverpool.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good game. A good watch for you
Micah!
guys.
Well, good luck.
Micah!
Good luck.
Micah!
I know Jeremy's about to say something different.
Micah,
so,
who
yeah,
are you
can just leave
supporting?
it? Go now, Philip. You
Who's
can
Micah
leave.
supporting? Is he supporting Arsenal or City on
Who are you
Sunday?
supporting?
We're having technical problems. We're having technical. Yeah, the line's gonna be funny there, Phil.
Aaron, can you?
You know, I can't hear him. See you later.
Thank you, Phil.
Nice one, guys.
Nice to see you.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you.
Arsenal legend Thierry Henry has warned Mikel Arteta not to take a cautious approach when his side host Manchester City in Sunday's Premier League showdown at the Emirates. Speaking on CBS Sports, Henry stressed that Arsenal must show intent if they want to dethrone their biggest rivals. I'm just saying, if you want to win the league, you have to go and get it, Henry said. When you play for the title, you need to go and get it. Not playing not to lose games. If you want to beat Liverpool or Man City, you've got to go and get it. You cannot enter a game with, let's not lose it, Dud. Henry referenced his own era as a player. If you want to win the league, in my time, you had to get Man United. You cannot just go and say, let's see if we can draw this one, Dud. Arsenal's conservative display at Anfield earlier this season ended in defeat, with Dominic Szoboszlai's spectacular free kick sealing Liverpool's win. But Henry believes this home fixture is the chance for Arsenal to set the tone against City, who have looked vulnerable under Pep Guardiola, losing 2 of their opening 4 league games.